Yo, 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 yo. Let's blow stuff up.
Let's go.
Kaboom. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Producer Lounge, your weekly music production broadcast. Folks, it's episode 134. That hasn't happened before.
It's never happened. It's the
And-
only time. It's a special number.
That's what they
It's
all
going
say.
down.
I didn't realize I could rap right there. 134.
Promise
never
this has
happened
never
before.
happened before.
Shit. All right. Folks, we're joined by DerteeDisco this week.
Woo, for the
what
second
up?
time.
Welcome back.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, it's
Good to be back. You know, second home. You know, the most podcasts ever put me on. So
oh shit.
I love it.
Well,
I love it. I'm here.
Same.
Goddamn right.
Same.
Yeah, we're very happy to have you.
Yeah.
That's a quick dig at the Real Housewives of, or the Real Tech Housewives of Denver.
Oh, yeah.
Boys, let's collab. Come on.
That's hot.
Come on.
Shouts.
Yeah, shout out. That's hot. Also, quick, we got a couple shout outs this week. We have T Wimpy 98 for the follow. Thank you.
T Wimpy.
Twimpy.
Twimpy out here. I assume 1998 is when he graduated high school. And 5 days ago, we have Albie Bass Music, one of our former guests.
Albie.
Thanks for the follow.
Hey, what up?
And we have a special shout out to Dallas Carey,
Oh, Dally Wiggles.
my better half.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. We all love you here.
We'll clip this for you later.
Yep. Blast it all over the internet.
Did she hit you with a text this morning? Like, can you play that Dr. Fresh remix?
Yeah.
She did actually.
I believe it.
She actually told me to pass along to you to make sure that you play that
Oh,
at your
yeah.
next show.
I mean, if she shows up, I'm down.
Okay. All right.
Get on the mic. This is for you, Dally.
Okay.
This is for you.
Whether she's there or not, it better happen.
Yeah.
It's happening. It's already happened.
Okay. All right. Love to hear it. So how are you, Cree?
I'm doing good. You know, I've got a little day of rest in me after the long weekend bender. Had 11:34 Meow Wolf and Larimer Lounge shows.
Shout out.
Been busy, my man. Good Lord.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
It's
big ups.
last big shows before the new year, so I'm happy to, you know, they were all so good.
Are you going to play the silent disco at Decadence this year?
I haven't been approached. You know,
Okay.
I wouldn't say no, but I wouldn't make it a yearly thing either.
Fair.
They have a silent disco?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I guess I was just stuck at the stage when I went.
Travis played that one year.
Yep. Travis
That's right.
played it. Maceface Killa played it last year, I think.
Nice.
You know, Emily was telling me that. I was just like, I don't remember that at all, but she also generally has a better memory than me. Every time.
Well, yeah. I mean, everyone's got a better memory than me. What is anything? Yeah.
What is anything?
I don't know, guys.
Nobody knows.
We need to get you like the largest.
Imagine.
Just somehow, like some reverse Sennheiser,
Right, or like-
attach it to the back and just
I think
like,
it's-
in the middle.
I think it's
somehow.
Sennheiser is how it's pronounced.
I
Yeah.
think it's definitely Sennheiser. Yeah.
You know, I heard.
Shout out
I heard that
EOS.
from EOS.
Yeah.
Yeah, EOS was bringing that up. Yeah.
Sometimes
they-
I get it wrong.
It was funny when I was editing the podcast clips because typically people are just wearing hats or they have a short cut and you have the fro, so I had to like bring you down a little bit to make space for the text and like change up the template and whatever.
That's funny.
I just need to grow shorter. I get it.
Yeah, just
No, get
slouch
it.
more.
Get
Just there you go. Hey,
Slump
hey
it.
guys,
Hey,
that hurts my neck. That's kind of why we brought the new table in here because it's a little bit taller. We're not so much like it forces a little bit more of an upright
Yeah.
position.
We get a little more torso.
Yeah, which is good because
Action
everybody
in
likes
here.
wearing good shirts. Austin likes having boobs on his shirt.
Shout out Maddox.
Shout out Maddox for
Shout
his
out.
boob art.
Boob art.
Let's
He,
go.
he makes really good boob art. Go check him out
Yeah.
at maddoxboobart.com. He's actually one of our sponsors this week.
Yeah. I
That's what I
wish.
meant.
If he made us some like intro art, that'd be insane.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, a lot of good shirts here. What is your shirt here, Cree?
So this is actually for a comedy podcast I follow for Stiff Socks. It's,
okay. Let's
Trevor
go.
Wallace and
Yep.
Oh, nice.
yeah, his podcast.
shout out
Hell yeah.
Trevor. He's so fucking funny.
Yeah,
dude.
I got the Matt and Shane
yeah.
secret podcast on.
Damn.
I got the
podcast.
rat.
Couple podcast reps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
The rat. Oh yeah.
Sponsored by.
Sponsored by Lagunitas, as per the usual, folks. We
I
could
like the
use-
3 black shirts and 1 yellow shirt though.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Standing out, Dave.
Yep.
I mean,
I mean,
Stand out
That's how I
above the
do.
crowd.
you got to do.
Like the Goofy movie, dude.
don't.
I know how much you love that song, Caleb.
So,
Even.
Cree, what I want to ask a question here. When you're playing 3 shows in a row, what's your set look like? Are you trying to like? Do you take the first 2 nights to kind of figure stuff out, and then the third night you're like, okay, let's like just put on a master class, or are you trying to perfect the same set each night to like, so it's just more practice on the same set? Are you just flying by the seat of your pants every fucking single night? Like, what's the
So I would hate to be
Sitch.
contradictory. I know last time I said I usually fly by the seat of my
Hey.
pants, you know. So I will say that.
all moves are good moves?
But it also kind of just has to do with whatever the 3 sets were. Like, so my ones this weekend, I get booked for multi-genre stuff around town. So it's kind of like I'm almost trying to do the master class individually each time
Sure.
because I'm doing a different like genre usually. So for like 1134 is direct support, so I kind of have to warm up the floor, you know, for whoever the DJ in this case was Chloe Chalette, so a lot of like minimal tech. Then Meow Wolf, you know, I was kind of almost going back to back with Mace Face Killa, so she was like, no, dude, like, don't even try to like warm up, just like go hard, go in. So from the jump, we were just like 140 UKG dubstep, just
Hell yes.
off the jump.
Let's
So-
go.
And then Sunday was at Larimer at 7, so that was more like a funky disco vibe. So it wasn't really like I had.
Okay.
It was like from the jump trying to just do something. But I, for all 3 sets, didn't really have like a plan. I just like grab a bunch of stuff and I'm just like, oh, okay, this is all fire. And then just,
Sure. Yeah, I mean, having them of different styles each show definitely keeps you from being able to like set anything up throughout like the weekend set wise. You kind of are forced to kind of just have 3 separate sets, and it's however you decide to prepare or flow, I guess.
Totally.
Yeah. A lot of flow, but a lot of it also comes from, you know, just even like the past experience or other shows. Like I do a lot of like fun, like little either what's the word I'm looking for? Like either like afters or like birthday parties, and they'll be like, oh yeah, like throw some tunes. Like even tonight, like right now, just pop the USB in for a bit, throw some tunes on there, and I was like, okay, that felt good. And I just kind of like put that in the brain, like we'll try that one next time live and see what it sounds like in a bigger system.
Yeah.
I like to think about that while I'm like DJing. I'm like, oh, these 2 tracks vibe real hard, and it's so solid and material in that moment. And then an hour later, I could not tell you what those songs were.
I know, right? Right?
Like I'm like, oh yeah, I don't really remember. It's like a dream. It's like I remember remembering, but there's nothing there. Like the hard drive's cached.
Yeah.
Like it's
Also,
I don't know.
something
lot to
I
remember.
just learned
Yeah.
while we were all DJing for a sec together is for the DJs out there, you've heard bring backup USBs, but also apparently bring backup USBs that are of a different format. Because the first USB Cree plugged in didn't work with our CDJ 3000s. And that maybe is because we don't have our software updated.
Possibly, yeah.
But that just made me think like, oh shit, yeah, like don't just have an exact copy of your USB have the different formats just in case.
Right.
Yeah, always
Could be a
have
lifesaver.
Not only a backup, but all the formats. But I'm also just super neurotic and have bad luck in that regard. I mean, I don't have to use it that often, but when I do, it's helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you're prepared. You're
Yeah.
prepared. Yeah, because what would happen if you showed up to a show and you just had one USB and it
when
wasn't
you first
formatted
start getting
correctly?
into it, well, you use someone else's.
Yeah, you're like,
basically.
hey, let me just
Or
let me
whatever
grab
the
random
fuck.
shit off your fucking USB.
Well,
Oh, that'd
everybody
be-
in Denver's a DJ, so you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, you could just ask the crowd, like, who's
Yeah.
got
Who's got a USB? Hook it up.
My shit's not working. Pass that shit my way.
is it WAVs? All right, sick.
Sick.
Let's go.
MP3s? No.
Yeah,
take
no.
this back.
Yes. Yeah. Truly,
Unless
everybody get WAVs.
Yeah.
Get the high quality audio.
Just-
Yeah.
That shit makes a massive difference.
Yeah. And honestly, like, if you're going to be playing out other people's music and you're just doing, like, a YouTube to MP3 rip, like, that's almost a little, like, mean to the artist. Like,
Nah.
you're using their music to promote your show and you're getting paid for it. Like, you can give that artist $1 for their fucking wave.
I would say more so just representing their music well. Like,
And also that.
Right.
Yeah.
That part.
Right.
I have heard some people be like, I'll drop like a really hot track, but just MP3 so that I could bring mine in right after
That's
in a
a
WAV
WAV?
form to be like,
Oh, yeah.
here we go.
Oh, that's damn. That's,
So you
that's
fucking
dirty, dude.
yeah. So just get all your Skrillex ripped off of
On
YouTube,
MP3.
and then
Dude, that's just
Coming
you
like-
can
hard
drop
on
yours.
top.
They'll be
Yeah.
harder.
Okay.
That's psychological warfare.
It is, dude.
Oh, my God.
I was just gonna say in that same regard, like and that's kind of like the strat when you're also doing like a B2B and you're trying to shine, because if the other person has MP3s and you're playing
Oh, yeah.
WAVs, you're coming in much harder and everybody's like, ooh yeah, fuck it.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Your shit will sound so much better. I mean, we've played gigs where we're like, why did our stuff all sound so much stronger and shit in this room? And we're like, probably everybody's
probably.
using MP3s in here.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It is expensive.
Yeah.
You'll spend hundreds of dollars very quickly.
Yep.
Yeah, for
Very
sure.
quickly.
It's very easy to do.
Right.
So that was my me this past weekend, getting ready for this past weekend. However, we did have the lovely
Shout out Theo.
we had the lovely Thanksgiving sale though, so had that 30%.
Oh, I didn't even
helps.
think about that
Oh.
for tunes. I was broke anyways, but fuck.
Yeah, true.
Oh, I didn't think about that either. Damn it.
Black Friday for tunes.
Another
Yeah.
trick, actually, if you're ever balling on a budget,
Yeah.
is not only take advantage of the sale, but if you have a PayPal account, you can break that up into 4 payments through PayPal.
Right.
Oh.
Right.
So
Right.
then, like, your 70 is coming up 20, and then just every 2 weeks.
Nice. Okay. Oh,
Right,
that's
right.
good to know.
I've used
That's
that
really
once.
good.
Who would win in a fight, Dave or Caleb? Says Funky Baby 82 or 62.
62.
That's tough.
Do they get
what
to
kind of-
train
That's
for
pretty
like?
tough.
I know that Funky Baby would lose. That's probably.
I mean, that's guaranteed.
Uno
that's-
reverse right there.
I think that's how it'd probably end.
That would be a
That's
good
tough.
match.
It'd be
I
scrappy.
paid money for that. if we throw like an Always 400 event at Mission Ballroom and the opening
we're
act
not fighting.
is you guys. Wait, we have a ring in the center of everyone.
Why
That
would
the
we do
headline.
that? That'd be awful.
That would be.
Whoever is.
I don't want to get hit.
I know, right?
Yeah, I don't want to.
And you don't want to punch your bestie.
Fighting's
like-
weird.
Why
So
would I
weird.
want to concuss my B2B partner?
Like
His mixes after that day were never the same.
we need tunes, dude.
He's like, I've never been able to look at a 3000 screen the same ever since.
Right.
Yeah.
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 So, Cree, you brought up that that one headliner told you to just send it when you were opening for her. Is that like a common thing that like typically headliners want you to like?
That was his back-to-back buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a
Oh.
local Macy.
Macy. Shut up.
I just used
She's-
her actual DJ name, but that was Mace Face Killer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She wasn't necessarily the headliner, but you could say she was the middle slot. We This was during Danceportation, so like it's kind of like me, her, another DJ. We weren't like doing direct support for that show. For like, you know, there was Destructo and Night Punk and 1788 and a bunch of other DJs. You know, there's almost like 20 DJs basically on the lineup.
Jesus
But it's kind of like when you're not doing a show where you're lining up for like a headlining DJ, you kind of have that chat in the green room, you know, just kind of like ask permission or like, you know, see where they want you to lead off like for their set. So that was kind of the conversation basically. It was like,
Okay.
I was like, so where do you want to like run this and what do you want to do? And she was like, honestly, I just want to go fucking hard and play drum and bass. So
Let's
I was
go.
like,
Okay.
Cool. I can like, I don't have to worry about like warming it up.
When was this?
That's
Yeah.
because she
This
just
was
went to the drum and
Saturday.
bass show.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
the weekend before.
Yeah.
We were all at the fucking drum and bass show
Yeah.
together the weekend before.
25th anniversary
and
show.
it was epic.
It was
so fucking
sick.
insane.
Camo
Oh my
and
God.
Crooked. Fucking,
1991.
Yeah.
Fucking Andy C.
Andy C. Ed.
Ed Rush and
Rush.
and
Was Chase and Status on that one too?
No, I want
Darn,
that.
that'd be awesome.
yeah.
I want to see them.
And-
Ed Rush
NBC,
and
so-
Optical.
Oh, Ed Rush is good.
Dude, Ed Rush and Optical was so good. They were
Yeah,
just
it was
turned
insane.
down and the sub was turned up, but just two old guys going so
Smashing it.
hard.
And then the MC was like,
Rinsing.
"Oh yeah, they're going
Just-
through them." They were all booking.
Yeah, everybody
all
was
night.
rinsing the whole night.
Just
It was pretty wild.
the fucking right at the beginning of that, or during their set, the MC was like nowhere
Yeah.
to be seen
Backstage.
He was like behind something or something.
Right.
And everybody's like, "Where's the fucking MC?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
You just
talking.
hear the
He's
he's
rapping.
very
It's not in the
reactive to the
track.
tunes.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not a track, but like, where is this guy?
Yeah, that was great.
He's just
pretty
literally
hilarious.
sitting in the green room.
Right.
Bluetooth mic.
Yes, Ed Rush.
Hey, that's
Optical. This one.
Okay,
I
but
like that.
yeah, that
This one.
this
Yeah.
one.
This
That's the
one.
best.
this
That's
one.
the best.
that makes sense that you would just talk to the headliner or
Right.
other artists and
That's-
be like, okay, what's the move for tonight? Like
That's a good
that makes perfect sense.
nugget right there. Like if you're in the green room with whoever you're playing direct support with, whether it's the headliner or you're playing just direct support for direct support.
Yeah. Back to backs, especially.
Yeah. Like talking to them in that environment, you know, of the green room before the show to like really get an idea of what you are all going to do. That's huge.
If it is a back to back, you could even go further backwards than just in the green room. You could figure it out like the week before or something.
Sure. Plan it out a little bit.
That would
Or-
require a lot more planning.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's a
Not
text
that.
message.
It's true. It is.
Or you could just throw them the most ridiculous shit to have to mix out of
Yeah.
over and over and just try and trip them up, which
If
is
I ever,
also
like,
a fun game.
Open for
Super
you
fun.
two. I'm definitely doing some shit like that. Leave it at like
Oh,
172 for
bring it.
you.
Yeah,
Bring it.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not worried. Not worried.
You're
Pulling
over, you're over
shenanigans.
there just giving your back-to-back partner the eye. You know that they just went for a drink, they come back, they just like you've somehow gone from like 140 to 170.
Yeah.
Right.
They're just like, oh.
Yeah, they're like, I hope that transition was smooth, asshole.
Yeah.
I hope you didn't just like upset the crowd for the sake of this.
I didn't really mean to clear
On
out the floor
stage.
for you. I'll be back in 15.
All right.
I feel like if you, I
wouldn't
guess you
mind
would
it.
have to know your back to back person a little bit, but like for me, I would find that fun,
Same.
which would probably rub off a little bit on the crowd.
Yeah.
They'd see you
Yeah.
being like, "What the fuck, you motherfucker?"
Yeah.
And then like, all right, here we go.
Well, I think
And
it also
laughing.
comes back to like, you know, the crowd or like whoever your audience is, like knowing like you personally too, because like everybody who comes to like a show for me knows that I just like run everything, you know, whether it's like tech house, techno, you know,
Right.
disco, drum and
Right.
bass, whatever. So like they know that I'm gonna be mixing into something else. So even like during a back to back, they're just like, when's the switch up coming? You know, that's already the expectation. And it's all how polite we want to be for our back to back partners. You know, if it's someone you know,
Totally.
be courteous, or you know, heaven forbid that you have a lovely back to back partner who decides to just get absolutely ripped before. So you don't want to exactly like, you know, put them in a spot.
Seen that happen. Seen that happen.
Well, that's what happens when you get too ripped.
Yeah. Don't do
Sorry.
that.
Not my fault. But
Yep,
also,
not my fault.
Depends on how much you like.
No,
them, I
yeah,
guess.
for sure.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
how many times they've done that.
Yes. If it's the first time, you
It's
get
fine.
a pass.
Yeah.
But if every time you're just totally, I'm just gonna do whatever.
Yeah, I'm about
Yeah.
to just train wreck you.
It'd be kind of funny, like if you were opening up for a homie. Like, let's say I was opening up for our buddy John, and somewhere in between my set, I like started to play one of his songs, and then right as the drop came, you do like a spin back, and you're like, "Oh no, hold up, fuck you! You gotta wait for the guy." you like tease one of his songs,
Could be
That'd
fun.
be funny.
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Or you just drop something else.
That's funny to drop on.
No, but
like-
it's funny to do that because like there's that like whole etiquette around like you don't play the headliner song before them.
Right.
So if
Then
you like
you just hit
tease it,
play
and the headliner's
Sandstorm.
like, "What the fuck? What are you doing?" And then, oh yeah, or you just drop it into Sandstorm.
Well,
or
what you need to
something.
do is do it for like not your homie, but like some big act that like you're privileged
Well, no.
to play for. You're like, oh my god, I'm opening for Jaws.
Yeah, see if you can
And
catch
then
him
you
off
just-
guard a little bit. See if he's paying
actually,
attention.
Yeah,
That's-
and you
that's pretty
open
good.
with like an absolutely heinous edit of like his most famous song, and you're just like, that's the shit. And either you fly or you fall. That's it.
mean,
You let it just go.
It is
They
what it
either
is.
love you for it
Yeah.
or you're never opening for them again.
Yeah. Which I feel like if they're a fucking real fucking homie,
Yeah.
if it's good, they're just gonna be like, fucking respect. I was gonna play that song later, but let me play that one.
Yes.
Everybody
Play
Give me
your
that
edit.
USB. I'm going to replay that one.
I mean, that's what I would do if I was a headliner and somebody was like, "Oh, I made a cooler version of your song." You're like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
"It's pretty cool.
respect.
That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick."
As long as it's not like my newest song, I wouldn't
Sure,
be mad at
sure.
it.
Yeah.
If like if
biggest, I would say.
Yeah, like if the song had like just come out that Friday, then I would kind of be like, "Whoa, bro."
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, dude.
But if it's like your meme song, I
Yeah.
feel like that's fair game at that point.
100%. Like if it's like 2 summers ago, yeah, that's fair game.
right.
Totally.
What was kind of funny at the DMB show is they played one song like 3 times. And it was like 3 different artists that played the song also. So they just kept dropping. Was it the
That's one-
Bada Dun song?
Yeah,
Was it that one?
Ba-da-dun,
Yeah.
da-ba-dun,
They just like
da-ba-dun.
kept dropping that song.
What the fuck? It was.
It was
This one.
amazing.
And
This one.
This is the song.
it's weird, like drum and bass etiquette. That's like fully approved. Like it's fully approved for you to be like the next artist to come on and be like, "This song is sick though. Here we go."
we're doing it
We
again,
all have
baby.
it on our USB.
We got these big speakers here, so
Yeah.
Let's
And-
fucking run it back.
And if you make it work uniquely with like the mix that you're working on at the moment, and it's like a fresh take on it or whatever, like everybody's jazzed about it. The whole like nobody cares. Like it's
like if you play it again into a double, like yeah.
well
that's fine.
that too. But
Right,
like
right.
here in America, if there's 3 tech house DJs and they all play the same Fisher song, that's frowned upon.
and also boring.
Yeah.
Well, that's where my head goes. It's not like I particularly. It's like, there is literally so much music in the world that for me personally, for any DJ, you shouldn't really be repeating sets or repeating songs from other things. You should show up a little early, make sure you're not playing the same shit,
Yeah.
and do a fresh set every time. Now, obviously, like
Whoa.
if you're touring,
Different.
it's a little different because you're literally just hitting so many spots. But clink. But if you're not and you're just doing locally, and this is like you're once a month, like give me something fresh. I don't want to hear
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
San Francisco,
Oh,
where's your
especially a bunch
disco?
locally.
Like there's just so much music locally created, so much good music too. Like support some artists and really just play a fresh set.
That's true.
I
That's
agree.
true.
I agree with you.
I keep thinking about that lately because I want when I play my solo sets, I want to like do the bass music thing, and I want it to ideally be like 80% original stuff. So that concept of like a fresh thing every time is horrifying because I'm like, oh god, I have to make
No, you just don't play
all these new songs every time. Like I have to make new songs every time.
Well, when it's this is only, I would say, more so applicable to not songs that you're making. If it's your songs that
Correct.
you're doing,
Yes.
that you've created, this is like your project and your brand, so that's okay. But like, say if you're like doing a set that has like no originals in it, then it should be fresh every time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
If
perfect
it's your own
sense.
production, that's okay because you're showcasing and like getting people to become your fan.
Mm-hmm.
So that's okay. But I'm talking specifically like locals who aren't touring, who, you know, have all this access to any genre, any music, and then just always the same set. Like, very tired.
Fucking DJ.
I completely agree with
do,
that.
Do
Yeah.
the DJ
your
thing.
job. You're not.
That's the thing that you're doing at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
fucking get after it. Also, if you're playing your own tunes, you could play the same things and not play the same set.
Yes, also
Correct.
that.
Oh,
You know?
yeah.
Mix
Different
just
order.
Mix up what you play.
That or like, make a couple changes.
Yeah.
Like if you're playing a month in between, you could make tweaks on every single one of those songs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like really read from the crowd, like, oh, everybody kind of lost energy around like the bridge. Okay, I need to like focus on some way to keep that retention there. Like that's the point of playing the tracks out.
Retention,
You
yeah.
know?
Or
Like,
even like the classic
DJ
DJ
set
retention.
audience retention.
audience retardation, right?
audience retention and engagement. Or even like the classic mashup, very underrated, you know, like do one of your songs, like a vocal from your song or something, into a
that's a
popular
fun
song.
idea.
you
Oh,
know?
yeah.
right.
Okay.
So that way people are like, you know, they hear that, oh, what's this? And then into like a bass line they're familiar with, like that also, you know, and it's
Right.
cut it up real
People
quick.
do love mashups.
So
That's why we need
if,
2 more decks. So we
I
can
know,
practice
right?
on the floor.
Yeah. If you were to do something like that, would you have just the acapella of your track exported so you could just put it on anything? Or would you just send it with the song and just like cut out the subs and the bass and everything?
That depends on your preference and how many, at least in my opinion, it depends on your preference and how many CDJs you're going to have for whatever the performance is going to be. Because you don't really want to like have like it's separated on acapella and then you end up with like only 2 CDJs and you're just like constantly kind of like all over the decks constantly. Not that that's like a problem, but you know, then you're not really like have any of that audience retention. You know, people have a good
Yeah, you
smile,
don't
people
have any
go-
elbow room.
Yeah, you know, you're just
Yeah,
like
it's no good.
over the decks like this.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, just like in all of art, there's never a one way to do it. It's always time and place kind of thing, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like if you just like know what you're gonna be playing on ahead of time, like he said, just like shoot out a text and be like, "Yo, what's the loadout?" And you know you're only gonna have 2. Then you're like in the studio, like, okay, let me just go into Ableton and create the mashup prior to, and then I already have the song, and then you just load the song as.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, you
that makes the most sense.
You have at least
Edits.
3 options. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, edits are good too.
Shout
They're
out
easy to
edit.
make,
Yep.
and
Can do
you
it on
could
the
just
plane, and
you make a few little edits of tunes that you like, and fucking drop a bunch of random shit when you play.
Yep.
Change it up,
Right.
change it up, baby.
and then you can post your track list and flex and be like, I played like 40 different songs in 1 hour.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Cheesy. Folks, we like to have fun here.
Look at us go.
It would be so funny. Two
you-
decks,
Yeah.
and you're just playing all these mashups
All
that are
mashups.
pre-made.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's almost harder.
Do you remember?
Yeah,
do you
it's
remember
harder.
like back in the day, that was like a big thing, like for a while. Where,
Mashups
like,
were huge.
Mashups were the thing.
Not only mashups were huge, but like before the SoundCloud purge, like you could like upload your full set, and then you'd have big DJs like either Quetta or like Laid Back Luke who'd be like, I was only playing an hour and I had 120 songs, and then show the track list and it's all mashups, mashups and acapellas.
God damn it. Fucking course.
I mean,
that
no
so
shade at
much.
Laid Back Luke because he's a great guy, but
Oh.
I would always be like, fuck, dude, like. I feel like that takes way more time to just create the mashups because it would be like all his original. He'd be like ID for like his mashup.
Oh boy, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's
On
a
some
way
level,
to
it
do
is his. It's a mashup. If
Yeah.
you made it,
Yeah.
I guess.
But like instead of just being like it's this song X this song, it's like, you know,
Right.
secret Laid Back Luke mashup.
Right.
Question.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Everybody, because it's popular songs.
Exactly.
Silly.
We like to have fun.
Yeah.
Did we lose somebody?
Yeah, but while we're waiting for him to get back from the pooper, folks, if you're new to the Producer Lounge, welcome in. Make yourself warm. Grab a blanket. They're over by the door. And hit subscribe. Hit follow. Show us some love. Our parents didn't. So it'd be great. And we're back.
Welcome back to the Therapist Lounge.
Welcome back.
I'm your therapist, Aznadel.
Aznadel. He's Asian.
I wish I could come up with an Adele song on my head right now.
Right. Rolling in the Deep, is that her?
Yeah.
Rolling in the Deep. Yeah. Banger.
No, definitely subscribe to the boys. They're awesome. I'll do a little promotion for the Producers Podcast.
Hey, what a homie.
Fucking like and subscribe, kids. Share
Hey.
it around.
Yeah.
It's great. These guys are doing things that no one out here is doing. And they're doing
True.
the thing.
Let's fucking go.
Goddamn
Yes.
right.
Let's go,
There's
Creed.
not many of this happening in the world.
It's true.
But
It's a special thing that you could come and talk to us
Yeah.
any week.
that's the best part about like what we're doing is like we're trying to just fucking make it a community thing, not just an us thing.
Yeah, I
Which
mean, we're
is
going to
how
do
we
this
meet homies
anyways.
like this. Yeah.
So
We're doing it.
having
doing
you
it.
on, having people in chat, that's just like, okay, cool, great. Do you guys have questions, whatever? Like, we're just going to be doing this in the kitchen, whether we're recording it or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the more brains, the better, you know? It's just,
Big brain energy. Let's go.
that's
Yeah.
right, multi-brain energy. It's like the multiverse, but
Hive mind, bro.
That's right, dude.
So this has been
Hive
my favorite thing to ask
Q-star.
all the guests we've been having on. But are there any like new techniques you've been? Hive mind. Join the hive. For a small price of $29.99 a month.
And one low payment of $99.99.
Woo!
Wow.
Hive mind.
You could break it up into 5 payments of $99.99.
Yeah, folks, go ahead and go
Those
to
PayPal payments, right?
Yep.
Rock them.
Everything
Don't
you need to
knock
know is at always400.com.
Yep.
So go there for links to the cult.
So Cree, have you been exploring any like new techniques in production, or have you been like hyped on any techniques?
So I really have been still kind of learning and figuring out more about producing in general because I haven't had
Poking
anything
around.
signed. Just poking around.
Yeah.
I signed up for a couple of like courses with like master classes with like
Oh, fuck yeah.
you know, Hector Corto and like Foursure and
fuck
stuff
yeah.
like that. So just kind of like trying to get a lot of different information because that's how I learned to DJ really was like having a couple different mentors locally kind of like show me really how to get down. And then from there, start to kind of like develop things on my own. So that's what it's been a lot. But I've been in the studio with my boy New Life. Kind of putting together a track because we're both playing on Friendship. So I hoping to
Sick.
have like a thing or two that's like solid for then.
Shout out
Hell yeah.
New Life?
Shout out New Life.
Is it NU?
Mm-hmm.
I knew it. that was a guess.
Well,
It was
it's
a
not.
good
It's
guess.
it's not the church brand.
No.
New Life, New Life Church. It's a whole fucking thing.
Yes, that is a whole fucking thing.
Yeah, weird.
Are we about to go into that
Yeah.
doc
So,
territory?
Merry Christmas.
Is it cold stuff?
No.
We are entering the time where our Lord and Savior was born,
Hallelujah.
and
That's a sample, guys.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Yeah.
You're welcome. Enough of the ohms. Yeah, that's sick. I've always been intrigued by like having some kind of like mentor. The only time I had something like that was I had private lessons when I was playing saxophone. I had like a private teacher every week for like 4 years. And I mean, the progress I made was retarded. Pardon my English, but
Hard R, dude. Jesus.
I mean, it was.
retarda,
You could
Wait,
say
wait.
here. Let me phrase it
Wait,
another way.
retarded.
My progress was
Still not better.
slowed, ironically, to the point where it was quick. Does that make sense?
Slow, ironically.
Yeah.
Makes
Slow,
sense.
ironically.
Because I was
Sorry.
using retarded ironically.
I've just
I
So
see.
yeah, so I've always been intrigued by that, and whenever people are like, just like signing up and stuff like that, I'm like, hell yes, like that's great. I've kind of been at the reins myself forever when it comes to producing, which I probably should at some point like get somebody who's miles down the road to be like, yeah, you're on the right road.
I mean,
Like-
you have Tice on speed dial. Like at
Yeah,
any point, you
but-
can just hit him up and be like, "Yeah, dude."
But that's more of like a sensual relationship.
Oh, I
That's-
didn't know that. You're cheating on Dave?
Dave's a
Jesus.
part of the relationship.
I mean,
Oh God, I'm just out of the loop.
Yeah, what are you talking about? We're poly, dude.
Noisa's not the only three-way, dude.
was it? Was this before or after the fight?
This was after. Yeah, the fight really solidified it. A bunch.
Yeah. That's where I feel like I've gotten like really lucky is all the people I've like met in the production sphere and like you guys and the Johns and Kyles. You guys have all been like well ahead of my learning and understanding ability.
Right.
So I've
Oh,
almost had
sure.
like everyone as a mentor in a way. Like
yeah.
it's not like, you know, I'm like, you guys are my mentors. Teach
Sure,
me,
sure.
sensei,
But you had that vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've all been teaching each other.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
for
fair.
sure.
I'd like to say John has definitely been like a good
Yeah.
amount of that, but like it's never been on like a one-on-one type of scenario.
Yeah, right.
So-
Where it's like, you are my sensei.
Yeah, like
I am the grasshopper.
We live with you, so we can come up to your studio or you down, and it's different than like going to John's house and then just watching him make sounds. Like,
Yeah.
it's a little different.
Which I actually have learned a lot from just watching that dude.
Oh, I know.
Which is
That's
wild.
I'm not
It does a lot of good.
saying
Yeah.
that as a diss. I'm saying
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah,
as like
yeah.
that's a service.
Yeah.
What he does is like, here, watch me just fuck with EQs. And
Yeah.
like,
And then we come back
Oh,
at the
fuck.
house and be
Check
talk
out
about
this
it.
modular setup that I
Yeah.
just got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we're just going to connect these 5 wires
Yeah.
to these 7 different things, and then this thing connects to this thing.
You
Yeah.
guys went over that recently. right?
Jesus.
Yeah.
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 I
But
thought I saw something like
before the 25th anniversary drum and
That's right.
bass show. What anniversary was that for? What's that label called?
I have no
Just
idea.
Keep talking. I'll figure it out.
that. I know my jump reaction is
definitely
be
did.
like, it's a UKF production, but I
UKF exclusive.
I honestly
night.
don't know my drum and bass history
I don't either.
that well.
Yeah, I'm
I know
still
the
a
na- it's on
baby in the
tip
drum
of
and
my
bass
tongue. I
scene.
can't.
Have you ever
Is
fucked
it-
around with mod stuff,
is
Cree?
it reloaded or loaded?
Yes.
Oh shit! That
Yes.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
reloaded, I believe.
Yeah. It's exactly. What it is.
Damn.
Or is it RAM? It might be RAM.
Also
Is it
could
RAM?
be- Ram Records is also one.
I thought it was Reloaded. Reloaded sounds.
Well, I can't remember if that's the name of the event or if that was what the anniversary of the label was.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
also
Right.
didn't attend it. So
yeah. That's fair. Are you interested
Apparently, I'm logged
in
out
like
of
mod
Discord.
synths and stuff like that? Are you curious at all?
I mean, the sound is always really cool. So
Yeah.
it is something that's interesting to me, but I can't really say, as you know, since I'm kind of still just like learning, that I know that that's
It's
where
a-
I'm really like pivoting to.
Right.
Yeah, it's a
Right.
deep,
Yeah.
dark, dangerous, expensive hole.
It's
But,
a scary, expensive hole too. Like that shit is.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Just
Yeah,
for like
that shit's
3 little boxes for
fairly
your thing.
intense.
It's like $800.
Yeah, it's fairly intense.
Ugh.
For what?
For like modular
Modular
gear.
synth.
Modular
It
gear.
doesn't have to be
modular
that.
is
It
very
doesn't have to be
expensive.
that expensive, but it is like you'll
Well, to do it right, you need
right
to.
by
do it right,
By the
yeah.
time you have a working thing that can make some like random bleeps and bloops, it's near the price of a nice computer,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Or more. Like.
holy fuck! I could have just like gotten a laptop that I could then just like produce with while I'm not at home.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
Yeah.
there's these.
Well, I think people make that pivot when they're trying to, when they've done so much producing
Agreed.
that they like are like, okay, we need to make our sounds because there's no other possible way for us to like vamp into those directions where they feel inspired anymore.
Right. Not only that, but just like a whole new palette.
Yeah.
It's just like a whole, and it's like a tactile palette. Like I get why it's so enticing. Like it is fun as fuck to just sit there, especially as a person alone. It's 2 times more fun than you could have with a mouse. You could say tactily because you have two hands. So you're able to do a filter and something else. So you do that, but then the moment you bring somebody else in, now it's double that. Because now you can have two people kind of also doing the same thing and kind of doing different things, though, and it's just an exponential, which is, you don't really get that in computer making music. Like, you have to change seats and, like, hopefully they'll kind of jump off your vibe. But, like, when you're making stuff on Modular, I could see that juice kind of really pumping to some degree. In a really fun direction.
Pumping.
It's
Pumping.
Pumping.
That shit's
Who
pumping.
else is pumping?
Pump up the jam.
Yeah, Technotronic, right? Isn't what that band was
Famous German techno band.
called? Isn't that right?
Technotronic.
Yeah, isn't that pump up the
jam.
jam? Pump it up. Oh, you
What?
feel
No, that's-
something.
Oh wait,
Yes,
no,
it is.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like, isn't it Technotronic?
I was thinking of Salt and Pepper for a second. I was like, no, that's
How dare
the
you?
that's Push It.
Have you happened to see that Netflix show Kunk on Earth? I know this has nothing to do with music,
No.
but it's basically like a UK parody show where she just goes over like all of history.
Okay.
Oh, I've seen clips of it.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
this woman is amazing.
She has there's a running joke in the show where during every episode of the show she makes a reference to the song, and then they do like literally a music break where like it cuts into 30 seconds of the song.
Oh, let's
every
go.
Episode at different
Oh
parts
my
of
God!
the episode.
What?
It's
And this
super
is
funny.
on Netflix?
Yeah.
You
Shout
said
out.
Gunk on Earth?
Kunk on Earth.
Kunk?
Yeah.
Like Kunk?
Get conked, dude.
Get
Possibly.
kunked.
Either CUNK.
don't know,
Obviously.
Kunk on Earth. That's
They're-
that's crazy.
Well, they're Brits. So
You don't remember the kunk music?
Guess not, dude. I'm out of the loop. I know Crunk.
No, you're American.
I guess
Ah, it's kunk, dude.
it's Kunk. Get kunked.
Clearly, Dave's a traitor.
But also back on the modular thing, Kink, the DJ, is one of the people who like he does all modular sets
Kunk and Kink.
live.
Oh yeah.
And like even like his videos on Instagram when he's just like in his living room, he like has his modular set like on an ironing board, and he's just like going in literally just like
Going
making,
ham.
like live.
I
beats.
love that shit.
And it just like has such a cool, fun like element to it that is what inspires me to kind of be like interested in it. Is like it just seems so live and visceral that like anything could happen.
Right. You almost, it's a whole different headspace than almost producing and DJing.
Yeah.
Because it's much closer to being in like a band.
Right, right.
Where you're having to like, you have to be counting to some degree.
Oh my
Like,
God.
Or at least have a really good internal clock where you kind of can feel the changes.
And you have to be so prepared to like
Yes
set
and no.
something up
well,
like that.
prepared in terms of
Knowing what you're doing.
Either
Yeah, or I guess experienced maybe.
Yeah,
Better word.
well, it's prepared in either like you literally have like prepared songs, like you know exactly what you're going to do at any moment, or you're prepared as in you've practiced your fucking balls off. So no matter what happens, you can flow. The exact same thing what a band does, where if they've played the songs so many times, if somebody plays a wrong note, everybody's like, wrong note again? Boom. Yeah, okay, now back to normal. And like everybody in the crowd is like, oh, this is a sick rendition. You know, like,
Oh, they hit that weird note there.
yeah,
That
that was
one-
sick.
Everybody's like,
That one concert.
yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Oh, when they hit that note, and then the whole band's like,
we did not
we
mean to do
fucking
that.
pulled that
Yeah.
shit off.
We
Jesus
did.
Christ.
They're all just like looking at the one guy who fucked up.
Yeah, he's like-
They're all smiling. They're just like, you son of a bitch.
yeah.
But
We're
also,
gonna hit it anyway.
right, but also then he's like, I'm going to hit it again.
Eh.
Yeah.
Make it look like a part of it.
Right, exactly.
Or just randomly guitar solo.
Yeah. That just reminded me. I just watched this movie called Bohemian Rhapsody, which is about the band Queen, and it's almost like
Galileo.
it's like documentary-ish.
Who's Queen?
What? Why are you laughing at that? Queen is they're a small band
you're
from
laughing,
the past.
but you would be surprised how many Gen Zers have no idea who Queen is.
Oh no, for sure.
It was more like the way that you like introduced it.
Oh, yeah.
Not that like people shouldn't know or like you said anything weird. It was more like I was watching this thing, you know, Bohemian Rhapsody, like
because no one knows, so I'll just explain. Yeah,
oh, you
that's fair.
do
That's
your
fair.
thing. I'm sorry, I just
No, you're good. You're good. That's fair.
It was
It was sick
I
though. It
fucked
was
that up, team. My bad.
No, you're good, man. You're good. It was just one of those movies where it's like it's almost like documentary-esque, but it's like very much made to just be like a movie you watch. But it was like so inspiring, just like watching, because it starts with how Queen meets and like them writing their songs and like all the band drama and whatever the fuck, all the stuff.
All the gay sex.
Yeah, a lot of that. So much of that.
Well, that's where they. I don't know. The movie made it seem like they pioneered that technique of kind of like swishing the audio from like they like actually swung the speaker around the room and then recorded it to give you like that sound of like left side, right side.
Right.
But it was
Like a natural pan.
Yeah, basically, and that's how they got the full like operatic sound for Freddie's voice.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the guy who plays Freddie Mercury in that? Is that the guy from Mr. Robot?
Yes.
He nailed it.
Yeah,
like he did such a good job. It was crazy.
And then
That dude's got some eyeballs.
Eyeballs.
Yeah, dude, his eyeballs are intense.
I love movies like that where it's like based around like an artist
me too,
or band
dude.
and shit. Yeah.
That one's on my list. I mean, I love
yeah.
Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every
Queen's
time
great.
I
I
watch
wanna
those
watch
movies, I just at the end of the movie, I'm like, I have to make music right now. I have to fucking get shit
Right.
done. I feel good. I'm like, let's do it. Gotta do shit. I love it.
Yeah, I felt the same after watching that one. They did a really good job with that. Is it also like Mike Myers randomly in that as their
I know.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, shout out Mike Myers.
He's like
Mike
the
Myers.
label owner
Yeah.
really?
guy. Yeah. He's great.
Does
at
he
it.
look like Mike
Like
Myers?
if you really
Yeah.
like go into it
Sick.
thinking and knowing that he's gonna be into it, you can spot it. But like if
Yeah.
you're kind of like just not paying attention, you would miss it.
Hell
it's
yes.
actually pretty good.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
exactly. That's exactly what happened. I
that's
was
my-
watching it with our buddy Poon, and we saw in the opening credits, it was like
Shout out,
Mike
Poon.
Myers. We were like, what the fuck? Okay, let's keep an eye out for that guy. And then, yeah, when you're looking, you notice.
Hilarious.
Poon, one of the original guests of the podcast.
true.
I think he was the second. I think Vic was first and Poon was second, or Poon was first and Vic was second. I can't remember.
We'll have to go back.
Yeah, I'll have to look.
Go deep into those fucking
OG guest though.
Folks,
YouTube
scroll on
videos,
down.
guys.
Scroll on down.
134 ago.
Yeah,
Or over there.
it's
Check it
literally like episode 2 or 3.
It will look like ass, and we
Oh no,
don't know
actually,
what
it
we're
might
doing.
be the very first episode. I think our first episode was with a guest.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Chat. Well, who was it?
Yeah, who was it, Chad?
Yeah, Chad. Come on, Chad.
Do you have some rapid fires over there?
Kinda.
Or do you have some over-unders?
So, bottom half, yeah.
Some over-unders?
Korea took your advice.
All right,
Oh,
folks.
let's go,
Let's move on to our last segment.
We have a new addition, as all 1,000 of you in chat are familiar with. We've been doing the lightning round, but Kree came up with the good idea of doing an over-under round. So
the first one is brought in by Deborah.
Oh, Deborah,
Oklahoma City.
homie of the pod. Shout out, Deborah.
She says, "Thank God I wasn't in that building."
What?
Is EDC overrated or underrated?
I have no idea.
I'll go first, and I will take devil's advocate and say underrated, even though I have never been.
Okay.
But
Okay.
the sets I've seen look pretty cool. It's a giant festival. It's Electric Daisy Carnival. It's supposed to look pretty over the top.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess what it
Yeah.
depends on what you're into.
Yeah.
It does. It does. I'm gonna go
I'm into it. I like to
underrated
gamble.
because I've also never been, but seems amazing.
I think for experience-wise, EDC, because it sounds like we're talking about the Las Vegas one, correct? I mean, they're
Yes.
all massive,
Yes.
but at
Yeah.
least the Las
Yeah.
Vegas one.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I wouldn't say. I would say that it's adequately hyped. I can't even go
Okay,
over
mid?
or under
mid?
because yeah, and
It is pretty well hyped.
because
It's well rated.
everybody loves to go. It's it's accessible to normies and
Yeah, it's pretty broad.
people-
Hyper wooks.
you know,
like, find the balance.
every genre of music that you want for the most part.
A bunch of stages. A
Bunch
good
of
mix.
stages, a lot of engaging things for people who are trying to get content and stuff like that. Even secret little corner where they have locals kind of come in and play at kind of underground stages and stuff like that. So
Have you been before?
So growing up for California, I actually went to it when it was in Los Angeles, and then when it went to Vegas afterwards as well. So that was always like a fun one.
Okay.
I used to have the opinion that it was overrated for a while, only because I kind of got into like a funky DJ mindset, like, oh, this is only like the people who are just like, touring and playing only like the big names, and it didn't really have like an underground feel to it. So like for a while, if you would have asked me that question like 5 years ago, I would have been like overrated. But more recently, I've come to kind of like see like a lot of friends have gone and like think that they like they enjoy it so much, and they're like doing stuff for like a lot of like new ravers to go. So I think that's pretty cool.
Let's go.
That's cool.
Okay. You live and you grow.
You live and you grow, yeah.
Yeah.
Option
like
4 was
my
saying a
You
similar
get
thing.
bitter, and then you get less bitter.
Yeah, that is what happens.
Or you double down and you're
Or you double down.
Yeah.
Depends
Hey,
on
people, don't double down on that.
depends on
bitterness.
how your late 20s
Not
go.
worth it.
I don't understand and I don't want to understand.
Did everybody answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you answer, Dave? What was yours?
He said he didn't go. So
I said I like to gamble.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
He said
I'm into it.
watermelon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's okay.
Spice loops. Over or under? I will say over. Definitely over.
Over.
What do you think, Cree?
I don't know that I know what that is.
Okay. That's fine.
It's a website.
Yeah, Splice is a sample.
Splice
Yeah,
loops.
Spice loops.
Sorry, I heard Spice loops.
Yeah, Spice
Oh.
loops.
I was
Oh
like,
no,
I,
Spice loops are actually underrated.
I was like, I don't know what a Spice loop is.
Smoke a little spice, get in a loop, you know?
Yeah,
Come on.
sorry.
Spice loops are crazy.
I've got
Dune
headphones
anyone?
and still can't hear shit, apparently.
You're fine.
Splice
I didn't
loops.
see it.
I think from what I hear and what I know, they do seem like, since it's a lot of people use them and overuse them, that they're probably overrated. But I'm also like still kind of like learning and navigating. But I'll lock in on overrated.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
I love it,
appreciate that.
and it is an amazing tool for artists, but I'm going to go overrated also.
Yeah, I will say the one shots are underrated.
Yeah, one-shots, underrated.
The loops specifically, overrated.
Yep.
Though you
go.
can break the loops more easily than you can the one shots. But folks, that's a topic for another podcast. I'm gonna augment this the second to last questions. Excuse me.
Good augmentation. I like that addition.
Yep, a quick little cough beforehand.
Yeah.
Frog in my throat, folks. The original question was spin backs while DJing, and I'm going to augment it to too many spin backs
Oh.
while DJing.
Okay.
Wow, that already shows where your stance is.
Good.
Overrated, obviously. Too many spin backs is too many.
Yep.
Yep.
No, but we can answer the original question. Spin.
Either or.
Yeah, it was a
We'll-
joke.
we'll let the-
It was
we'll
a
let the
joke,
people.
folks. Spin backs during DJing.
gonna-
That's
I
a
am
tricky
interested
one.
in Cree's
It's a tricky
position
one.
on this
Yeah.
one for sure.
You can go first.
I'm gonna say underrated because I've been obsessed with them lately. They're so much fun. But I will agree, too many in a set, it takes away the beauty and the power
Right.
of a spin back.
Right.
Yeah. Underrated though.
I'm gonna go last.
Okay.
I'm going to go second to last.
Oh.
You're in line right now, my man.
Going in line. Okay, boys.
What you got?
Spin backs. I think they're overrated. I don't
Okay.
like them.
Whoa.
You got to really have a good moment for like a fucking spin back, and especially when people use them for transitions, I feel like it's very lazy. This is not a very popular opinion. People like to use them. I think it sounds cool, and when you see like a lot of clips of like DJs using them, that's it's that one moment. So like sure, like that could be used adequately in a right way, and I don't think that there's not like a time and place, but most DJs just do it when it's like, oh yeah, their favorite song or their song they've produced, and then it's like they spin it back or like pause it, be like yo, run it back, and it's like we weren't all there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't all there. We weren't. We didn't. Nobody asked for those.
Yeah.
Just the DJs hyped on it. Everyone in the crowd is like, "Oh, we have to listen to this again."
Just like,
Great.
okay, build up time. Yeah. Especially like if they don't have it like their cue point set properly, and then it's just like just from one, so you just like hear the whole song.
The whole
again.
song
Yeah.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like
There's
bro.
nuance
Fair.
to a good spin back for sure.
Fair.
So
Yeah.
so I'm gonna lock in on overrated.
I
on
like that.
too.
I like
I like that too. Yeah.
I'm gonna say overrated with a caveat.
Oh.
My caveat is there's two main situations in my head. One is like your normal show. Yeah, you shouldn't be spin backing to just like transition between songs. If it's hype as fuck, maybe. Situation number two, you're playing somewhere like Boiler Room and you know it's going on YouTube, you know it's packed and there's a line out the door because it's Boiler Room and whatever. Like, people are fucking out of control. Anyways, doesn't matter who's playing. So you can spin back the first song, the second song, the fifth song, the eighth song, you know? Like, everybody's just like, oh!
Yeah,
like,
we're all
it's-
pumped.
It's all the same answer. It's if the hype is there,
Right.
then it's
Yeah.
allowed, but
Right.
it's gotta be
If
there.
I'm at any boiler room and they spin back 5 times in one set, I'm leaving.
It depends.
I'm leaving, bro.
Right.
If it's fast enough, I think you can get more spin backs in.
Yeah.
If it's like 125 house, like, why are you spinning anything back? There's
And
no energy.
Nothing
it
gets
also,
spins
yeah,
back.
like you were saying,
Energy's
it doesn't have
nice.
to be a full spin back, like reset the song. It can just be like pre-drop spin back into the next song, like just a tiny little boy.
Oh, like a
Sure,
little,
there's
just a little. Zzz.
Yeah, just a little.
I mean, that doesn't even count.
Or
That's
like
fair.
That's not
if you
spin back.
or if
That's
you
fair.
have multiple decks and you do like a spin back and then throw the loop on the spin back, so you just have something just like and kind of like make it creative. So you're just like adding
Yeah,
something
yeah.
to like another build up, and then you like reset the song on like. So you have like 2 decks playing the same, and then like maybe the transitionary track over here. Like that sounds cool to me, but I also have like terrible, crippling, like neurotic ADD on the deck. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay, a cool backspin here, and then a sample here, and I'm just like 3 build-ups into like a double.
You're basically Subtronics, just
All right.
build into fake drop, build.
I guess
build, build.
the other side could also be like, if you're playing, like if you, in the first 10 songs, if 3 of them are well-known bangers and 7 of them are all whips that nobody's ever heard, and 4 of those whips are the nastiest thing, and you know it, you could spin back all 4 of those whips if they're not like a 1.5-minute intro and not like super vocally, if it's literally just club tunes, like I feel like if they're nasty enough and the hype is there, like all the things have to converge all at once for this all to like actually happen. Like this doesn't just happen on like a Thursday night in Denver. Like this isn't. So to be fair, on
Not with that
average,
attitude.
well, sure, on average, spin back shouldn't happen like that. But if the stars align,
If the stars align, I would
some spin backs.
I
can-
would have a concession for like a spin back. It's not my cup of tea. Like
Sure.
I wouldn't do
Sure.
it, but like I wouldn't be mad if I like heard them. And like you said, if like everybody said basically, if there's like if the hype is there and you know you have like a bunch of really good whips,
Yeah.
but my preference even in that situation would be like don't do that back to back.
Sure. No, definitely not back to back. Definitely not back to back.
I've seen like a
back-to-back
I've
spin
seen like
backs.
a Instagram story where this guy posts like 3 different spin backs in a row, and just even a post of doing multiple spin backs in a row, I was like,
Yikes.
I can't do this. This is
Nope.
just play it from the after the spin back point.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
On the video.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't
Right.
show that you
Have
were
the
doing
whole
a
clip.
spin back.
Have you guys seen videos of like someone playing Boiler Room and like one of the homies of the DJ spins
Yes,
the song
I
back or
love that.
something?
Or just
That's fun.
somebody's
I
just
like
like,
that.
different.
No, and they just have to spin it back, and
Yeah.
they're like, well, okay, whatever, fine.
yeah.
But the whole crowd, it
Bam, bam, bam,
loves
bam,
it.
bam, bam.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's, it's the culture too. Like, it's definitely much more of a UK thing. than America.
Seems like it, yeah. Because I've only seen one spin back in person at a show ever, and it was from Salute, who's a UK dude.
Yeah.
And he just did one in the show, which, like, respect.
Sure. That's the staple.
Yeah.
I
But, like,
If
when
you're
we...
going to do it.
Yeah.
I think you also hit the nail on the head earlier when you're like, it works better with faster music too,
Yeah.
and we don't really see too much of that on a daily basis locally. So that's where the time and place for that comes up.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Speaking of, you brought up Chase and Status earlier. On their Boiler Room set, they spin back the first song.
Yes. And then...
And I was just like,
The first
Yes,
song?
dude. But it's the context
Wow.
is perfect.
It is epic.
It goes
It was
hard.
really epic. And
Like-
they don't just keep spinning shit back.
No,
Yeah.
but they do a couple times in the first half an hour.
Let's go.
And you're like,
Let's go.
But
to be fair, they're all legitimate. I love them all.
Yeah.
also it's Chase and fucking Status.
Yeah.
They're good.
They've put in the time.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
They're
and
the
that's-
killers. They're the
That's
boys.
another thing. Like, if you're going back to back with a homie and you've only been like playing out for like a year and he's only been playing out for like a year and a half, like maybe calm down.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
Definitely don't do it until you're like, I mean, you need it to be going off. The
Yeah.
party needs to be going off.
With the boiler
to do a
rooms,
spin back.
the boiler rooms that they don't show you too, like what leads into it, they always have like openers to the party.
Yeah,
so like
of course.
it's already been going off for
Yeah.
a while. So by the time the headliner goes off, like
Correct.
you get a spin back, sure. You could get a couple of those because you're the headliner and it's already been like cracking for like 4 hours.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a
Right.
good point.
Right.
Yeah.
And like in that aspect, yeah, you're a legend. The party's cracking. You get a couple of those.
I'm just going to title this Spinbacks Over Under.
Yeah, there we go.
I will say, I'm going to go with spin backs are underrated, but they're overused.
Oh, okay.
I like
okay.
that.
I can see that. Yeah.
You got to do the right kind of spin back. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I agree. Also, real quick before we end it,
I got one more.
this has nothing.
Are we off?
Okay, we can do one more
We're
after.
not
after.
going to talk for hours.
We're about to end. I want him to do his
We
thing
could
real
go
quick.
smoke
We can go
cigarette
3
and
more
come
hours
back.
for you, Cree? Of course.
Sure.
So this has nothing to do with
Need
spinbacks.
more
but,
clips.
Horse Girl, if anybody knows about her, she DJ'd, I think it was Boiler Room, and in her YouTube video, at like 3/4 of the way through, some girl flashes her tits, like in the back of the DJ booth.
He's doing the Lord's work, folks.
And it's in the YouTube video, and YouTube hasn't caught on or taken it down. So there's literally,
Folks,
you can just see that in the
That's
video.
an
on
egg
YouTube.
for you. And by the way,
Damn.
the woman who flashes is 350 pounds. Yeah. No. And if she was, you should go look at it anyways. Don't hate.
Yeah. Tits are tits.
Tits are tits.
Do not report it, though.
Obviously.
We just gave you a
Jesus,
gym.
guys. Yeah.
Do not report it.
Still great.
Don't even comment about
Yeah,
it.
don't be the Gestapo.
So where was the question on that?
No, there was no
There's no
question. I just had to bring that
You
up.
just had to bring that up.
Yeah.
Also,
Great set overall. I mean, love Horse Girl and their collab with MRC.
MCRT.
MCRT.
Yeah, dude.
Love that
Well,
too.
Right.
They're
Also
so
known
good together.
as McNatsy.
Oh, that is true.
Shout out
Is that
McNatsy.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
My bar, my rules.
I mean,
didn't know
he's
that.
a German
McNazi.
guy, and yeah,
Nazi.
yeah. Nazi. That's his. That's his
Yeah.
former
That
project.
was his previous
Yeah,
name.
it's great. It's hilarious.
It's insane.
We should make fun of them. Not him, but the Nazis.
oh,
It's a great way to poke fun. Like, oh, McNazi. Yeah, it's like
Nazi.
serving
Yeah.
burgers.
Just like a fast food version of a racist.
Exactly. Making club music that actually goes hard as fuck.
not Nazi fast food restaurant.
Shout out MCRT, dude. That dude goes hard.
Have it
Yeah.
your way.
He's wild.
Have it.
So the last one, let's not over under. Let's just do quick thoughts, super fast. I'll start on it. It's just MCs in general, like at shows, master of ceremonies at shows. Specifically, I guess they're only
Master
really.
of ceremony.
Yeah, that's what MC stands for.
It is. It is what.
No, it's
for.
not.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
What? That's what it stands for?
Yeah.
What'd you think it stands
Master
for?
of
Main
ceremonies.
cock?
I thought it was like mic controller.
That's sick, but no.
Oh, I like that. Actually, good.
It's
name for a
actually
thing.
Master of
For ceremonies.
Ceremonies? No, fuck. Okay, well.
Master.
You're the yeah.
That's cool.
So
Over under
It's-
MCs?
no, not over under. Just quick thoughts. On like, do you like MCs at shows and kind of shit? At a drum and bass show, I do. It kind of depends on the drum and bass, but in general, if there's at least one MC at a 3-set night for drum and bass, I'm very happy. It could be all three, and that's fine. But I like having an MC on a set and then maybe having a no MC set. But I love the energy they just constantly juice into everyone. Like people start getting bored, and then they're just
hype,
like,
man.
they're like, no, this one, and you're like, all right, this one. Not the last
You're
one.
right. It is this one. Let's go.
Yeah,
They do
like,
hype it up.
That shit's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I like
pretty
an
good
MC. I'm a fan of an MC.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, big fan. Love it. Love, especially at a drum and bass show. Couldn't do it at another kind of
It doesn't
genre
work.
of music.
Yeah.
I like it at Deep House.
Yeah.
Deep House shows when they got the MC.
That's right.
At like a Tipper Sunrise set,
Yeah.
having a super hype MC.
At a
Are you guys ready? Let's go. We're doing this.
Oh my god!
Okay. Dave,
Actually, a good
you
bit.
need to do your best impression of a deep house MC.
I'm trying to figure out what that
yeah.
means.
Like, are you?
Are you feeling the vibe?
Oh, do you go with the Deep House? No.
Yeah.
Or do you go against it? Yeah.
Everybody, let's go. Let's get this. 3, 2, 1.
Deep house.
So it's like
Yes.
you're basically like
Massive.
you're basically a workout guy.
I was gonna say you're almost
So
like
funny.
a yogi, or like you're trying to do a sound bath.
Yeah, right.
You
yeah.
just got like some Alan Watts samples just
Right.
ready to go.
Also, a great type of set to do a spin back in.
yeah.
Go ahead,
Deep house.
everybody.
Get on it, guys. Austin, thoughts on MC?
My thoughts are similar to yours, Khalib.
You like a little bit of both.
I like a little bit of both. I think it definitely makes the most sense in like a D&B setting.
Yeah.
And actually, at the 25th anniversary show, that was the first time I've ever even seen an MC.
Oh, sick. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
But it made sense in that context.
It's
However, I
so
will
much
say,
fun.
like, sometimes he was just talking too much.
Sure.
Like, it was almost every song sometimes, and then he would give it a break. And, like, I get that, but, like, sometimes I was just like, okay, like, maybe one in every 5 songs or something, like, hop on. But maybe, I don't know, maybe I was just being a dick and not getting it.
Yeah.
But it was fun. I like it.
Well, it's polarizing for your first time.
Yes.
But I think like once you like go to like more shows and like you kind of see like how the crowd really reacts to it, you're more so like, okay, I fuck with this.
I agree.
But
Yeah.
when they are talking, when the MC gets drunk, then it's a no.
Because then they're just like,
Hey, this one.
all of them.
The last MC was just singing along with the songs a lot,
right.
and you're like, I don't need
It's
that.
that vocal.
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
come on.
I can listen to the actual singer.
If
like,
Yeah.
if there's a vocal, you shouldn't be talking.
Yeah.
There should
But-
only be one vocal at one time.
I will say, I definitely lean towards supporting it for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely polarized my first time, and
Same.
now when I see an MC at a drum and bass show, I'm like, oh yes, thank God, let's
We're
fucking
getting a
go.
good one
Yeah,
here.
it's about to go off. Like,
Yeah.
let's go.
Not only did
Like-
that DMB was like my first cherry pop for DMB show, it was also my first MC cherry pop.
It was your first drum and bass show?
First ever, yeah.
Really?
I saw Kill the Noise, and he
was
dropped
just-
a drum and bass
Oh,
track.
okay.
And Cool Customer dropped a drum and bass track.
Oh, yeah,
but like,
you didn't
it was
go to
never
that-
a show.
You didn't go to the Brownies and Lemonade drum and bass thing.
Oh,
either.
was that with the upbeats?
No.
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 You guys went to
I was in the
two?
basement vinyl.
Yeah, we saw
Oh,
the Upbeats
yeah,
and
I
Basement
wasn't-
vinyl, which was retarded.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That was
It was
again.
awesome.
I'll drop the hard R there because guys, if
That
you
one
were
was
there, you know.
unironically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was unironic. I was slowed at that show. I was slowed.
couldn't comprehend.
No.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
So I actually have a rapid fire for you guys before we get off.
Whoa, let's go.
So UKG versus Detroit techno. What's your preference?
Oh, UKG all day.
Oh,
All
God
day.
damn. needle.
I
to my
love techno. I know. I'm sorry, Caleb. Sorry, but UKG has been my
no.
baby the past 6 months.
I'm not saying to your answer. I'm saying to the question.
Oh, I
It's
see.
very
I see.
hard. That's
yeah.
a very hard question.
I
also don't really know.
go
what-
UKG.
Yes. Let's go, Dave.
Appeals to my pop.
I don't know if I can
vibes
answer
of my
that.
history.
They're both like, yeah, 100%. Cree, 100%. Knock that motherfucker out. Folks, please welcome our newest host of the Producer Lounge.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
He
okay.
will be replacing Austin coming next week.
So rent's $625.
Oh, easy. Let's go.
Clean on Saturdays, masturbate on Sundays.
Is there like a staggered time slot? Or?
Yes. You'll see the journal on the right side of the door when you walk in.
Right next to the Dookie chain.
Yep. So
That's a great question, though.
that's
Okay,
so
great.
hard, dude. I have to go right down the middle. Like I cannot choose between those. I will
You
take
have to.
no.
You
I will
have
take.
to.
Then you get
50%.
neither. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
No,
I don't care.
I get half-assed Detroit techno and half-assed UKG.
Yeah. That's interesting. I would have expected you to lean towards the Detroit techno
I
side.
normally would, but I also love clean, breaky drums. Like that's
You
too
do love
hard. That's way too hard.
Yeah.
That's way too hard. Like if you had said Chicago house and Detroit techno, I could have chosen. Or if you had chosen Detroit techno and
Rhythm.
yeah,
Rhythm, obviously. For
and
you.
especially saying Detroit techno, like that's very specific in my brain, like Robert Hood kind of shit. Like it's very almost trancey, just trancey in the literal term of trance, like being set into a trance.
What about
like,
Alabama House? I know that's a big one for you.
I get down, but not with that sickness.
That's okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's we'll save that one for taboo.
It's a real
Yeah. What about you, Cree?
Sennheiser sickness.
Hey.
So what's your Detroit techno or UKG?
Sennheiser.
Detroit techno for me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, let's
makes
go. Let's go. Okay.
Well,
I don't even really know what Detroit techno implies.
Well, it's kind of like Caleb was saying, which is that it's more, instead of it being a little bit more low-end bass focused, even though like it does have like a good bass line, it's more of like a hypnotic, less droppy, just more consistent. Like
yeah, it's more. It's like
it's more groovy, I guess.
it's
in
a-
the techno.
Oh,
it's a
okay.
roller of a
Okay.
genre. Like the whole genre is about
It's-
like
okay.
just rolling. Like
You guys
the-
will have to send me like a little
Oh,
playlist
dude.
or some tunes or
I'll
something.
show you a Robert Hood track in the garage as soon as we go out there, and you'll be like,
Sweet.
"Oh, I understand."
Yeah, nice.
Like
It's gonna make me
perfect
want to
sense.
change my answer.
dude. And it's what I like about at least some Detroit techno is it can be on the techier side of production where it's super clean. Like there's not the reverb that's there is really tight and intentional. It's very clean and sharp, like you would assume a tech house kind of track, but it's not swung because it's techno, so it's pretty straight. But it's like a sharp blade,
Interesting.
and it just, oh man, dude, it sits so nice.
That's cool.
All
What do you
right.
think, Dave? Did you answer?
Yeah, UKG.
You
Oh
could
yeah.
do-
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Which is why I like Detroit techno and UKG because they are both very tight in terms of production. Folks, that's the episode.
Cree, round 2. Thank you for being here, buddy. This is great.
Shout out DerteeDisco.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it. It's always great
Yeah, what
being
is
here with
the,
you boys.
What's the quick go-to on the social?
At
links?
DerteeDisco on everything. I've now changed everything, so there's no the. You can find me on that on everything.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
go.
I
Let's
do
go.
also do TikTok now, so
That's right.
give me.
Oh,
give me them.
Get in there.
follows.
Shout
hell
out,
Get in
yeah.
there.
Hell yeah.
shout out TikTok before it gets illegal.
Yeah.
Folks, thank you again. Hit the follow and subscribe. Always400.com. You see it on your screen. Now we out here,
400.
and we'll
And
talk
we
to you
outta here.
guys later.
Later, crew.